close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left.
There's no denying that the Tesla Model 3 has become an automotive sensation. When Tesla first announced their entry into the affordable luxury sedan segment, consumers went crazy and flooded them with hundreds of thousands of orders. 2 years and countless production delays later, Tesla Model 3s are finally starting to make their ways onto the roads. Today, let's test out if the all-new baby Tesla lives up to all the hype. The Model 3 starts at just $35,000. That's a lot less expensive than the S and the X. However, if you want to get all of the cool features like enhanced Autopilot and fully autonomous driving capabilities, well, you're going to have to get all of the option packages, which can drive the price up to $60,000. This particular Model 3 is basically fully loaded, which is why the as-tested price is about $60,500. First, let's talk about the Model 3's exterior styling. While the Model 3's styling has generated some controversy, I happen to like the way it looks. From the steeply raked rear glass and almost hatchback-like appeal, I believe this car deviates from the conventional proportions and styling of its competitors. There's only one angle I don't like, which is head-on, because the higher roof makes it look kind of like a station wagon. Unlike every other car in the market, the Tesla Model 3 doesn't feature a traditional key fob. There are two ways to get in. The first way is on your phone. There's an app, and it's programmed to your car when you take delivery. With the app, you can also control stuff like the air conditioning, the lights, the horn. You can also give others remote access to your car. But suppose you want to loan it to someone. Well, Tesla also gives you this kind of hotel key thing. All you have to do is tap it right here on the B pillar and unlock the car, and you're in. Because this is the budget Tesla, the door handles aren't like those fancy pop-out ones on the Model S. Instead, it's this hinge design where all you have to do is press this and pull out, and the car door opens. The interior is where all the excitement happens, so let's dive right in. The Model 3's interior is extremely controversial because there are no buttons, switches, or gauges. Everything is controlled through the giant 15-inch touchscreen mounted in the center, which we'll talk about later. As you can see, there is no gauge cluster or heads-up display because everything is shown on the display. This leaves room for plenty of storage space, and Tesla conveniently added 2 phone chargers in a compartment below the screen. The steering wheel is also extremely minimalistic and only features 2 circular scroll wheels that can be configured in the center screen. Tesla also cleverly integrated the climate control vent inside this channel across the dashboard. This minimalistic interior design language makes it look like you're sitting inside a street-legal concept car. Perhaps the feature that everyone's the most excited about is this massive 15-inch center touchscreen that basically controls the entire car. Let's take a closer look. The screen is center-mounted, and all of your essential functions like climate control, windshield defrosters, music, phone control, and volume are conveniently placed across the bottom. The Model 3 has an excellent backup camera that even tells you the exact distance away you are from hitting something. As I mentioned before, there is no gauge cluster, so all the information normally displayed there, like speed, what gear you're in, and turn signals, are shown in the top left of the center screen. You can also open the trunks and charging port and control all other aspects of the vehicle, like windshield wipers, headlights, mirrors, steering wheel, and locks. I should mention that touch response and resolution on the screen is absolutely incredible. It's just as good as any iPad or smartphone. Backseat legroom on the Model 3 is basically the same as any other compact sports sedan on the market. It's not incredibly roomy, but it's bearable. Because of the higher than normal roofline, rear trunk space on the Model 3 is actually pretty good. There's also a hidden compartment underneath the trunk where the spare tire should be. There's no spare tire on this car, but it houses your charger. Because this is an electric car, there's no engine up front, so Tesla added another trunk, cleverly named the frunk. It's not that big. You can maybe store a small bag or some groceries, but it's nice to have. The Model 3's charging port lives right underneath the left taillight. You can either open it through the screen, the app, or just pressing on it like this. All you do is plug it in, and you're done. Powering the Model 3 base is a 50 kilowatt-hour battery, giving a pretty respectable 220 miles of range. However, most owners spend the extra $9,000 and upgrade that to a 75 kilowatt-hour battery and 310 miles of range. Now let's do something that I've always wanted to do since I heard about this car. Drive it. First thing you notice when you get behind the wheel of a Tesla Model 3 is the fact that there's absolutely nothing in front of you. Everything is shown on the screen. Fortunately, the speed is really easy to find. It's displayed in the top left corner of the center screen in pretty large font. All you got to do is kind of tilt your eyes over there and you get to see your speed. And I know this is a big reservation for a lot of people, but let me tell you this, I've only been driving this car for a few hours and I'm already pretty much used to this no gauge cluster, no instrument cluster situation. So don't let that deter you from buying one of these cars. You'll get used to it in basically a few minutes, honestly. Okay, so we're about to test out the acceleration on the Model 3. I'm on an on-ramp. I have to accelerate instantly to freeway speeds. So let's see how it does. All right, 3, 2, 1. Whoa! Whoa! Man, that is quick! That's insane! Oh my god, I'm already at 70 miles an hour. I am speechless, honestly. And the cool part is, you don't even have to wait for the transmission to kick down. There's no transmission, so when you want to go faster, boom, and you get that same torque. We also spun the wheels a little bit, which is pretty cool. Got so much torque going to the rear wheels. They did spin when I took off, but the acceleration is absolutely incredible on the Tesla Model 3. In fact, I'm probably going to do that again off camera. We're on the freeway cruising at about 80 miles an hour. I'm going to test out Autopilot right now. I've tested it on the Model S, but that was about a year ago, and I've heard Autopilot has greatly improved since then. So to activate it, all you have to do is double tap on the gear selector stalk. So let me turn it on right now. And the car is pretty much driving itself. If you want to speed up, you can control it on the screen. I just set it to speed at 80 miles an hour. When you want to slow down, you don't press the brake because that deactivates the system. All you got to do is press the minus button on the screen and the car will slow down for you. Basically, to make a lane change, you signal and the car will check to see if there's anything in your blind spot, anything obstructing you, and then it'll change lanes for you. Unfortunately, Autopilot is not a substitute for fully autonomous driving. It will make you hold the steering wheel, and if it senses that your hands are off the steering wheel for too long, the car will beep at you and will deactivate the system. So unfortunately, you can't rely on Autopilot completely. Ride quality on the Model 3 is absolutely outstanding. I wouldn't call this buttery smooth like the Tesla Model S I drove about a year ago, but it won't beat you up on really bad roads. I would call it the perfect balance between sporty and luxury. One feature I really do appreciate about electric motors is the instant torque, and you get it at any speed. So if you want to pass someone, all you got to do is press the accelerator and boom, you're gone. Right now I'm cruising at 73 miles an hour. I'm about to pass this guy right here and gone. With a regular automatic transmission car or a manual transmission car, you either have to downshift or wait for the transmission to downshift itself so you can get that passing power. With this, it's pretty much seamless and instant. The Model 3 handles extremely well. There's no vagueness on center. You basically just point the wheel and the car will go wherever you want. There's two steering modes. There's a light and over assisted mode, and then there's a heavier sporty mode. Of course, I have it on the heavier sporty mode, but if you don't like that, you can always change it and loosen it up a bit. Just like the Model S and the Model X, the Tesla Model 3 has regenerative braking. Basically what that does is it uses electrical drag to stop the car and recharge the batteries instead of using the brake pedal. So right now I'm letting off the accelerator, and as you can see, the car is slowing down. You can customize this from low to normal regenerative braking. I have it on regular normal, but if you don't like it, you can always turn it to low. In the end, the Tesla Model 3 gives us a glimpse into what the automotive industry will look like in the future. The combination of Tesla's brand name desirability and the amount of tech packed into such a small car makes the Model 3 one of the coolest, most sensational cars you can buy today. and it's absolutely worth the wait. Well guys, that's gonna do it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for new weekly automotive reviews, news, and how-tos that you can use. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at CarVisionLA for news, updates, giveaway notifications, and exclusive content. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.